Let's go.
All right, we are live. Val, happy birthday. This is your day, and we are hurrying up for you. That's your birthday gift from us. Sorry, we were just like discussing stuff of like future content and life and all that in the background. But thank you all for being patient. Tonight is episode 7 of the Horror Hooligans podcast, and tonight we're talking about underrated horror. It's one thing that I always love to discuss amongst just in the community in general, because we all have seen those underrated that flew under the radar or kind of hard gems that we always try to bring to light, and that's what we kind of do here on Destination Station and on I Shot 'Em 6 Times. So I got a list. Marcus has got a list, so I hope y'all have some lists. Put them in the comment section. Let's start a discussion. And then after this stream, after this episode, we're going to be heading over to Marcus's channel to be watching a watch party. Marcus, you want to fill us in on that? What we're going to be doing after the stream?
Yes, and that is basically going to be another little birthday gift for Val. We are going to be watching Friday the 13th, Part 7, New Blood. So that's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Have been having a little bit more Friday the 13th content here on the channel, when I have been doing content and stuff, because, we're getting the TV show Crystal Lake. We just got Sweet Revenge out. I am going to have a video out for that here soon and stuff. So, but it's about Val, you know what I mean? It's Val's birthday. And plus, I know this is a movie that she has been wanting to watch for a little bit on my channel. So, we're getting it done tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we need more Friday the 13th in our life, man. I'm always eager to revisit those movies because those movies are just all. I mean, come on, it's Friday the 13th. It's Jason. We got the Camp Crystal Lake show coming out, and I heard that I heard rumblings that they're doing another Friday the 13th game or remaking it or something. They're doing something with it. So I just need to revisit all those movies. So any chance I get, I try to watch those. So yeah, Marcus, tonight is underrated horror movies tonight, and we've throughout the last couple years that we've been doing content together, I brought some stuff to your attention. You brought some to mine. We might even talk about some of those tonight, but there's so many more. There's so much more out there that a lot of people just hasn't had the opportunity to watch. Some of these movies don't get re-released. They're lost in the dust. They until a company buys the production company and they re-release all these movies. And also if you throw it on streaming or something like that, it gets piled under all the streaming content. So it's very hard to really resurface these unless they get like a 4K or a Screen Factory or an 8K release to really bring that attention out there. And then with physical media, the way it's dwindling down, it makes it even harder, So that's what tonight is about. So let me get to the chat, and then we'll get to our list. We are going to be doing like an hour episode tonight. I did put up a goal if you want to do that to extend the stream a little bit. We might do 2 episodes, maybe an extra one this weekend if we do meet our goal. But yeah, it's up there if you want that type of content. But let me get to the chat, and then we'll get to chatting about some horror. We got King Matt in the house. One horror movie that I think is underrated is Funhouse, 1981. It was directed by Tobe Hooper, and it was a pretty good, in my opinion. I keep hearing about this movie. Have you seen Funhouse, 1981?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either. I need to put that on my list of movies to watch, because I've heard that so many times. It's been brought up to my attention. And with Tobe Hooper, it's got to be pretty good, So I trust in King we trust. Got Paula in the house. Hey Paula, how you doing tonight?
What's up, Paula?
Val, the birthday girl, our gal Val, is welcome to the channel. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video out on your social media. Hit the bell icon to get notifications of new videos and upcoming streams. Yes, thank you, Val. My hashtag digital bouncer, kicking trolls' asses one stream at a time. Oh yeah. I appreciate that. Yes, if you're just popping in and popping out, or staying for a little bit or whatever, please at least just hit that like button. It really helps out the video and helps out this channel as well. And become a horror hooligan yourself and stick around for a little bit. Also, subscribe to my good friend Marcus over at Shot Him 6 Times. We back and forth episodes on each channel. So next week will be over on his channel, and then the week following will be on mine. We flip flop it like that. His link to his channel is down in the description below. So go click it and be a part of our Horror Hooligan podcast.
And I will plug this in real quick. If we hit the super chat goal here on Destin's channel tonight, then we'll end up doing a bonus episode, which will be on my channel. That's how we can do that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That's exactly what we should do. And vice versa every week. Like just back and forth. So yeah. Y'all just let us know if you want that. If you want some more Des and Marcus in your life, you know what to do. Anyways. No, we're not ever late. We're never late. What are you talking about, Val? Dom's in the house. What's up, buddy? Dom Ding Dong. What's your... Hell yeah. Val beat us to it. King Matt says, I just got back from my doctor's appointment. I had an MRI done today, and I should be getting the results back soon. Oh, man, I hope everything's good, dude. Let us know. Let us know for sure, man. Hopefully everything is fine. Let's see here. We got Gory Tiger in the house. What's up, Gory? Glad to have you. Yes, happy birthday to Val. Everyone give her a warm happy birthday. And Val said, thank you for that, Ghosty.
You're absolutely welcome, Val.
Jerry Wilson. Hey, hi, Des and Marcus. Hey, Jerry. How you doing?
What's up, Jerry?
Okay. I think I pretty much caught up with the chat. Just put your underrated horror in the comment section and we'll get to it. But we are going to get to our list. I see that Dom did say the Hatchet franchise is underrated. So, yeah, I agree. I agree the Hatchet franchise is underrated, especially that first one. Did they make 4? I want to say they made 4, right? They made 1, 2, 3, and then the Victor Crowley one. I need to rewatch 3. Yeah, I need to rewatch the sequels for sure. But that first one for sure was pretty good. I remember going to theaters to see that. All right. You ready to get into this, man?
Yes, sir.
I got a good one, and then after I get done with mine, you can bring one to the table, man.
All right, sounds good.
We already got some here on the thumbnail here. I'm gonna save those for just a little bit later because those are kind of like the ones that I'm kind of like. I feel like they're a little bit known, but not known. So I'm going to start this one off with a movie called Afflicted. If you've never seen Afflicted, this is a very unique. I almost don't even want to tell you what it is because I don't want to give you the spoilers of it. But it's a found footage type of movie.
Ooh, okay.
And on the skull, you just see like a guy's back of the head, like it's just the guy's back of the head, and it looks like it's like got like it's like I don't know, like it's all funky looking, man. Like you can tell he's like turning or something like that, but you don't know what it is. The entire movie, you don't know what it is, but it's about these 2 guys that are like backpacking, and they come across somebody, and something happens to one of them, and then he starts changing. That's all you need to know. And his buddy's got the camera, and he's trying to keep up with them and not just document it, but he's got the camera, and he's just like, "What's going on with you, man?" And slowly his friend's just turning into something, and I can't tell you what it is because I don't want to give away anything. But man, it is a fantastic movie, not just found footage movie, but just a movie in general. I love the way this movie is shot. I love the way this movie is told. It's just a really fun movie. I think you would really dig it, man. If we ever do another watch party like beyond the like Woodsboro Cinema Club that we do, man, it's gonna be one of those movies I'm gonna get you to watch, dude. So yeah, Afflicted. Is anyone in the chat? Have y'all seen Afflicted? No spoilers, but I just want to know if y'all seen it. If you haven't, do yourself a service and go watch Afflicted. It's super awesome. So that's one. These are
I've never heard of that, man. I've never heard of it. I'm interested.
Oh,
no.
You got to Google it, dude. You got to Google it, but don't Google the spoilers.
Oh no. What year did it come out?
Oh man, not too long. I think after Scream 4, so
Oh,
like
okay, probably
yeah,
within like the last 10 years.
yeah, in the last 10 years it's came out. Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
you'll dig it, man. It's good.
Hell
Good
yeah.
shit.
All right. So I think I'm going to go with, to start off for me. And this movie came out in 2017. And many of you guys know I'm huge into slashers. I'm huge into whodunits. And I don't understand how this movie went under the radar in regards to, scratching that itch for people who like those type of movies. But for me, Don't Hang Up. I talked to you
Don't
about
hang
this
up.
movie, Destin. This movie is such an underrated banger to me, like, because it has so many different elements from our favorite horror franchises, like especially of the 90s and the 2000s, like Unfriended, like Saw, like Scream, all balled into one and stuff. It
Yeah.
has a really good twist in regards to amongst our characters in the middle of the story that, kind of gets you to root against one of the characters and stuff like that. Like, it's really good. If there was only a knack I always say that I have about it, it's the mask of the killer. But everything else, in my opinion, was executed well. It had that kind of like, I want to say, especially in terms of like cinematography, especially when you get some of the outside shots. And sometimes I don't like this type of stuff, but for this movie, I thought it was done really well. It was like kind of like B movie is kind of like dark. Like, you know how some B movies like kind of have that grungy darkness to it that you could tell it's kind of like a B movie though,
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's what this movie kind of had, especially in some of the outside scenes that take place and stuff. And I just thought it worked really well, especially with some of the fog elements that they used around the ambiance and the setting. They just did a really good job capturing the feel of, it's a slasher, but it still kind of had that feel of eeriness, like a horror movie, because some slashers focus more on the slasher element than the actual ambience of scary and horror and stuff.
Yeah.
And this movie had a nice blend of both and stuff. And I thought the characters were pretty good. One of the actors, I can't remember his name. If you see his face, you will know him because you've seen him in other stuff like that. But the cast wasn't too bad. The acting was pretty good. And just overall, for me, it was a fun time. This was another movie where you get a phone caller calling our, protagonists, giving them like ultimatums and rules, kind of like a little bit like Scream and stuff like that. So overall, it's just a fun time. And I feel like if you have not seen it, definitely go check it out. I think you will enjoy it. And it also has a great little backstory in regards to the killer and the motive.
Yeah. Was it a long time ago? Didn't we watch that on your channel? I think
No, we've never watched it on the channel. I just talked about it and stuff. We
Okay.
have not watched that yet on the channel.
Or maybe
It came out in
maybe you did talk.
2022.
Okay. Maybe you talked about it and I went and watched it or something.
Yes, you did.
Maybe that's what happened. Yeah, because that sounds really familiar that you were talking about. I was like, yeah, I think I did see that one. So I'd have to re look at the artwork and stuff like that to know for sure. But I think I did watch that. It was like 2 or 3 people in the house or something like that. A couple friends or something. Yeah. That was a good one. That's a really good underrated.
And I will plug this in here real quick. Damian Mace, who some of you may know, has worked like on a lot of Marvel projects and DC and like the superhero projects, so like Avengers Endgame, stuff like that. He's the one who actually directed that movie and stuff. And that's why when Scream 7 was going through its changes, I was like, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing him step in the director's chair, because that movie was actually really good, especially for a guy who is mostly known for doing like superhero movies.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening for sure. Good pick. Very good pick. All right. My second one that I'm going to bring to the table here is, man, there's so many, but I'm going to go ahead and get this one out the way because, man, you talk about an underrated movie. So underrated. And that's The Rage Carry 2.
Ooh.
Rage Carry 2 is so underrated and it's so easily forgotten but it's so damn good, man. It should not be forgotten. It is such a good movie. Yes, it is a part of like a franchise, I guess, or a big IP, but you know, it's just I feel like putting The Rage in front of it kind of like hindered it a little bit, like in theaters, because it's kind of like just call it Carrie 2. But it's called The Rage Carrie 2. It's just it's confusing. You're losing your target audience here. But I thought it like captured that 90s feel a lot. You saw a lot of young actors in that movie. The acting was great. It was mean. So I mean, some of the stuff that was in it was mean. The kills for its time was fucking brutal, man. Honestly, and I know a lot of people might not agree with me, but I would rather watch The Rage Carrie 2 over the original. Yeah, just maybe it just hit me at the right time. I never was the biggest fan of Carrie growing up, but then when I watched The Rage Carrie 2, and I was like, man, this is badass. This is a badass movie. And I just liked it all the way around, man. It was sad in parts. It was funny in parts. Yeah, there were some asshole things going on in the movie, but they got dealt with. Especially one guy, the guy from Home Improvement. It's like, hell yeah. Yep. He got like what he fucking deserved, you know? It's like it's one of the best death scenes in cinema history, in my opinion. But yeah, I love The Rage Carrie 2. And it ties it in, it's got a little bit of a tie-in to the original. But also, like there's a scene in that where they called I can't remember the main girl's name. I don't think it was Carrie, but Rachel, that's it, Rachel. And they called her, and it was around that time that Scream came out and everything. And I was it was like they were toying with her, and I was just like, okay. And it just felt like it even had like it had Finch from American Pie in it. Dude, it was just such it was just a well-made movie, in my opinion. But yeah, The Rage Carrie 2 definitely deserves more shine, and we might do a watch party on that one for sure. What's your next one?
Well,
go ahead.
No, real quick, I do want to say, I think the original Carrie, especially because of the last few minutes, it's iconic for that. But I can see why Rage Carrie 2 would be better in terms of entertainment value, because the original Carrie was a really slow burn, and at moments it did kind of get a little boring sometimes. Mm-hmm. The Rage Carrie 2, they had entertaining moments throughout, and stuff like that. Even a lot of the mean shit, it's like, okay, it's going to lead to something entertaining and stuff like that. And plus, the way she looked when she turned at the end, veins popping out and shit, I thought that was really cool, man. Like, I agree with you. Movie should get a lot more love than hate, but unfortunately that's not the case.
Yeah, I know, man. I think it was just like I said, it kind of lost its target audience because of fans of the original, and then trying to appease also like new fans. Like, and it had like a little punk rock feel to it too. Like, like it just felt cool. And man, like you said, that part where her tattoo turns into the vines all over her body and stuff, dude. That was cool. And the heart starts
fucking beating and shit. Like, that shit was sick, bro.
Yeah, they cooked with that movie, man. It's a shame that it didn't really it didn't go too far. But yeah, man. That's my next one.
Okay, so if I had to choose my next one, and you probably had it on your list, but I'm just gonna say it now because I ain't gonna lie, I thought that this, before you said The Rage Carrie 2, I thought that this was what you were going to say. But The Hills Run Red.
Yeah.
The Hills Run Red, bro. Oh, man, we've talked about this a couple times too, but this movie, like, and this is one of those, like, straight to DVD B movies that you will overlook, especially because of, the poster art for it, because it does kind of have that B movie look to it and stuff. But I assure you, this is one B movie looking movie that you want to see, because especially if you like, I'll put it this way. If you're a fan of Rob Zombie's style of movies, you will love this movie, because to me, this was a Rob Zombie style movie before we really got to see Rob Zombie style of movies at its peak. Like House of a Thousand Corpses came out before this movie, but to me, we really didn't see Rob's true like talent for what he does up until Devil's Rejects. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? And stuff. This movie, it was gritty. It had that backroads, very eerie, kind of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel to it and stuff like that. It has William Sadler in it. The killer's great. It has a very, you would probably say, especially in today's time, controversial outcome, the ending and stuff like that. But I personally think it's a twisted but very unique and cool twist and stuff. And the kills in this movie are very brutal. Like everything, like it was just so good, man. Like such a damn good movie. Very, very underrated. And I hope we get to revisit this movie sometime soon on either one of our channels, because I feel like not enough people know about it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Even when you talk about like what we are now, underrated horror movies, you hear other people bring up like Valentine and something like that or whatever, but you never hear anybody talk about 2006's The Hills Run Red, you know, and stuff. Like, and it just has a really good premise to it. It has like a cinema like kind of like storyline to it in regards to the characters and stuff. Like everything just blends in very well, and I love the twists.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too, man. I think it's just a cool movie, and it's just a cool story. And you know, Joel Silver is one of the producers on the movie who did a lot of those horror movies back then, and I think that's what kind of gives it that flair. I just think, like you said, like it needs better artwork on the cover and stuff. I think that hindered it. Like whoever created this rushed it out, or they didn't think it through. It just it didn't fit well. But Joel Silver, you know, he did House of Wax remake. He did Ghost Ship. He did Gothica. He did all these like, you know, horror movies that were coming out around that time. But this one was one of them that went straight to DVD. And I was like, man, I kind of like this more than any of that shit. And it baffles me, man. It really does.
Let me say this real quick. I do think, I personally don't mind the mask. I like the mask of the killer, but I do think, especially when you look at it on a poster art, it just comes off as, oh, this is some run-of-the-mill B movie, tacky, and stuff like that. But I assure you, it's not. It's really good.
Yeah, I feel like they maybe shouldn't even put the killer on the poster. Like
I agree.
Do the cast like in your typical screen poster fashion,
right?
And maybe an axe in the back over their head or something. You know, like don't even show that, because there's a lot of killers with that porcelain doll face thing. Yeah. It's kind of like, it just kind of feels like been there, done that. What is this? Yep. They're doing this thing again, you know, and it's not that. So, but yeah, I agree, man. I completely agree. It needs more love, dude. It needs a lot more love. But yeah, that's a great one, man. Even though that's why I put it on the thumbnail. I was like, man, these three movies are definitely something that needs to be talked about more. And since we are talking about the thumbnail, we'll go ahead and rush through these. I got Demonic on there. James Wan's presents Demonic.
Yes.
That you haven't seen it yet?
No, we watched that.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did watch that. Yeah. Yep. Dude, that movie is sick, man. Like every now and then I get the itch to watch it, and I'm like, man, I just love the way the story is told in this. It doesn't overstay its welcome. The way it goes back and forth, it's like an investigation. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what happened because you see the aftermath. But then you see that somebody lived, and this person kind of doesn't have much of a memory of what happened, and they don't know if this guy's the killer or did he get away. And just the way the story unfolds is just very unique on a storytelling standpoint. It's got Frank Grillo in there doing Frank Grillo shit. It's one of his better ones, I think. And I just really like Demonic. And it's one of those movies that was supposed to come out to theaters. It got shelved, and then you know, they lost. They already used up all their marketing. So whenever it was time to, you know, like finish it up or whatever, they just released it, and nobody knew about it. And that's what happens to a lot of these movies. It's like they get delayed for whatever reason, and they already used up all their marketing for their release date, and then they don't get to release on that day. So they don't have any more money to market it when they do release it. So it's just like
Right.
you just drop it, and then a lot of people's like, "What the hell is this? Like, I don't even know what this is." And like I said, like the poster art, it looks pretty cool. It does, but it looks like your typical Conjuring type of movie. You know, it just looks like, okay, this just looks like another ghost or demonic.
Right.
So yeah, Demonic. If you haven't seen Demonic, go check it out. It is so good. If you like those possession, ghost hunters type of movies, but with a little bit of a detective flair to it and a really good twist, go check it out. It's really, really good. So yeah, Demonic.
Yeah, Demonic's a good movie. That was good.
Yeah.
That was a nice little underrated gem. Like you hit a home run with that one. Like that was good.
What you got next?
Man, if I'd have to put it on the list next, I'd have to say for me, it would be The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Oh man, I forgot the remake.
Yes,
Yeah,
that shit was great, man. Like we just watched it me and Dom just watched it a couple months ago on my channel, and just everything about it, like the fucking that Texas feel, like, you know what I mean? It looks and feels like it's in Texas. You know what I mean? The twist that comes at the end and stuff, the brutality, like not even just from the killer itself, from certain scenes when, you know, victims are running away. I don't want to spoil too much for those who haven't seen it and stuff like that. But I'll put it this way, there's a gnarly bone snapping in that movie. That it's just like, oh God, you know what I mean? Like, but just the chase scenes was really, really good. You know, we always talk about that's what a lot of these modern slashers lack, is a lot of good chase scenes. That movie had good chase scenes, and also great cinematography, especially in regards to when our main protagonist is running through the woods and you get those close-up shots of her face like hitting the trees and stuff like that. And also like when she does like kind of like have some type of hallucination or whatever's going on, like she's walking down the street and you see like a bunch of fucking, like, I'm a big sucker for the fog shit that they use, you know, to make the streets and the background look eerie. There's this one particular scene where that happens, and to me, it's some of the best cinematography that you will see in regards to using a fog machine. Like, it was just so eerie, it was so spooky, it was so cool. And what I loved about it was it kept a lot of the original's feel and a lot of what the original did, but the twist is what differs from the original and stuff. And that's, to me, what made it better. And it had a great mystery to it. It wasn't just like, oh, you know, there's this killer who's, you know, killing people or whatever. No, it was like an actual mystery. Like, there's some tie-ins to the original that makes it a great mystery and stuff, to find out who the killer is now in today's modern time and stuff. And plus, before we got Friday the 13th, that was the original knapsack killer. You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and just also in that movie, the array of weapons that the killer would use. It wasn't just any one weapon. They used anything. And I thought that was really cool too, because usually when we see slashers, they have one signature weapon. It's always cool to see some slashers go in the opposite direction. Let them use whatever is at their disposal.
Yeah. That's what I like too. Like, sometimes they just use like either environmental kills or like other weapons, you know, like I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, man, dude, I didn't even think about The Town That Dreaded Sundown, dude. That wasn't even on my list, man. So great pick, man. That was a good one. Oh man, that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
I appreciate that one, man, because I should have had that on my list. Okay, I'm going to talk about one, and it's one that I've been really wanting to revisit, and it really fell under the radar, and I can't remember why, but it's really well made, and the trailer does not do it justice. It's I don't know if you've seen this movie, but it's called The Empty Man. Have you seen The Empty Man?
I think so. Is it where these motherfuckers go to like some bridge or something like that?
The Empty Man. Like the beginning of the movie, they're backpacking and they come into a cave and they come across like a ritual skeleton thing.
Yep.
And then where it goes, it's like a completely different movie. It's like got some cult shit in there.
Yes.
But it's shot very, very well. It's kind of a slow burn, but it doesn't get boring. You're just on this journey with this guy discovering all this stuff. And man, it was just such an intriguing movie to me. Like I was like, man, this movie deserves so much more love. Like it's so good. And I saw it once and I never hear anybody talk about it. And it's like, I want to rewatch that. I think I'm going to watch that on the channel and get everyone on board and us try to check it out one day, man. But it's so good. I don't know. Have you seen it though? Like there's like,
I have. I know what you're talking about. I remember when I first seen it, it was just flicking through the channels and it was like The Empty Man. And just the title alone was like eye catching. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, it's just starting. Let's check this out. And it was pretty good. I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was pretty good. I do want to go back and revisit it because I only watched it once and stuff. So I want to have a second opinion on it. But from first time watching, it's a good one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, The Empty Man, it's one of those movies too you don't want to like spoil or anything. So I'll save it for one of our watch parties. But yeah, The Empty Man, it is a little bit longer. I remember being like a little over 2 hours. So you do feel the length of the movie a little bit, but I remember it just being just a damn good movie. And it kind of like the way the movie's shot, it looks like a David Fincher movie. It's really well shot. So
yeah, it really is. Like, especially when they're out in like that cabin setting and stuff like that. Like that to me was the best part of the movie in regards to cinematography.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, that's one I wanted to bring on here. What's your next one?
Man, see, there's so fucking many, and there's so many that I enjoy. So it's just kind of hard to like narrow it all down. If I'm gonna pick another one, I should say. If I'm gonna pick another one, it would have to be. Nobody talks about it because they basically remade it in 2003 under a different title. But Manhunter, 1984, the original Red Dragon.
Okay, yeah, I know you talked about that before. Yeah,
the original Red Dragon with William Peterson and Brian Cox playing Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see it. I've never seen it, man.
Bro, it was good. Basically, if you like Red Dragon, you will like that movie. But to me, I felt that Manhunter was better. That's just me. Yeah. And stuff. There was something about the 1980s feel of that type of movie compared to the 2000s that just outweighs it to me. And plus, William Peterson is awesome. He's always been a great actor and stuff like that. And I thought that I like Edward Norton. I thought William Peterson played a better Will Graham. Okay. You know what I mean? I just do. And Brian Cox, this is before Anthony Hopkins took over. Brian Cox played Hannibal Lecter in that movie, and I thought he did a great job and stuff like that. Like, it was just, to me, again, because you got Silence of the Lambs, and you got that with Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster, and Anthony's performance as Hannibal Lecter makes him the de facto Hannibal Lecter and stuff like, but I implore people, if you did not watch 1984's Manhunter, go check it out, because that was the original in so many
Yeah.
ways. That was the start of the Silence of the Lambs. That was the beginning and stuff like that. And that's a banger, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's always been something I've wanted to watch, man. I haven't got around to it, but I'll definitely. That's one of those that like, did it ever get re-released? Because I feel like if it did, you know, like maybe I can get my hands on it or remind me, like, hey, let me pick this up and check it out, you know. But
no, I'm pretty sure it did, like on physical media, like they had like an anniversary thing for it and stuff like that. Because one thing I will give credit, especially to like that franchise or whatnot and stuff, that has been like acknowledged a lot more in the later years and stuff, like acknowledge that as part of the Hannibal Lecter universe and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it did get like re-released and remastered and all that stuff, man. Like, it's a fucking banger, bro. Check it out. Like I said, if you like Red Dragon, you'll like that.
Awesome. Gotta check it out. And King Matt said one that we both already know that's underrated is Disturbing Behavior. So Disturbing Behavior and The Faculty, we've talked about it so much on the channel. I wasn't going to bring it up, but I'll bring it up right here. Disturbing Behavior, absolutely underrated as hell. Same thing with The Faculty. Those are just two of like the main ones that like really deserve a lot more attention. And I want a sequel to both of them instead of a remake. So
I agree.
So yeah. Even Dom says Manhunter is so underrated. Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter was so underrated. Nice.
I tell you, bro, like that's that shit right there. Manhunter is my joint.
Yeah. I have to check that one out. Hell yeah, dude. Nice. Okay, since we're saying Manhunter, I'm gonna bring one. It's got horror elements. It's more of a thriller whodunit, but it's got horror elements the further the movie goes on, and that is Mindhunters. The movie, not this show. The movie, not the show. It's got a little bit with the puppeteer, you know, the hooks in the people and moving them and stuff. And I'm like, all right, there's some horror shit in here. And it's got a little slasher element too, like traps, kind of like Saw. It was Saw before Saw was really just, you know, I just love it. Rennie Harlan directing it, the cinematography on the movie, the cast on the movie. It's another one kind of like Demonic that they used all their marketing up before it was supposed to come out and they shelved the movie. And then when they released it, they just threw it in theaters and it just went to die, you know? And so yeah, it's one of those movies that just deserves a lot more attention. And I know we've watched it before on the channel. I got you to watch it. It's been some time. We might have to do another rewatch, but definitely, if you haven't seen Mindhunters, go check it out. Really fun movie. It keeps you on the edge of your toes. LL Cool J, Christian Slater, Val Kilmer. Who am I forgetting?
Johnny Miller, I think.
Johnny Miller's in it. It's about a bunch of FBI trainees that are FBI profilers, and they go to this Navy training facility on this island, and they're isolated there, and they're supposed to like do all these like training exercises of like crime scene scenarios and figure out who the killer is and where's he going to strike next. And then they come to find out one person actually gets killed in the process, and now they realize they're the only ones there, and they turn their guns on each other and they're trying to figure out who the killer is. It's one of those kind of movies, but it's so well done and so well paced. It's so fun. It's just a fun movie. So yeah, go. It really is.
It really is. And I will say this, especially if we rewatch it, you guys are going to notice, especially for first time watchers who haven't seen it, you guys are going to notice a certain kill in that movie, and you're going to be like, Saw definitely was inspired by this movie.
Yeah. There's
a lot of things done in that movie that Saw ended up doing along the way. And it's just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Not that it's nothing wrong with that. Imitation is the biggest form of flattery, they say. You know, and stuff. But you got to give credit to the originators. And Rennie Harlan, a lot of those kills that was in that movie was later on used for certain Saw traps.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what it was. It was like the killer was profiling them. They knew exactly how they were going to react and what they were going to fall right into the trap because he knew who they were and what they would do based off their actions. And I thought that was really cool and unique. And so if I ever get the opportunity to interview James Wan, I'm going to be like, tell me the truth. Did you take some inspiration from Mindhunters? Just let me know. You know,
Right.
You already made your money. You're already big on it. And I just got to know. So yeah, definitely an awesome movie. I love Mindhunters. But yeah, what's your next one, Marcus?
You're gonna love this. 2020, I think it was 2023. We're going on 2 years, and we watched this movie, I believe, on your channel or whatnot. And I want to rewatch it again because I think the 2-year anniversary comes up in October, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look into it. But 2023's Dark Harvest.
Damn, dude. I had a feeling you were going there.
Bro.
I was like, man, I had a feeling. I was like, yeah, dude. I didn't even have that on my list, and it definitely is.
Bro, I remember when we heard about this movie, because I remember seeing the article, and it was like Dark Harvest is 2023's most underrated gem and might be the best horror movie of the year, but that no one is talking about. And I remember that caught my eye. And I said something to you like, bro, like, maybe we should check this out. And I remember you said, like, you've been hearing good things about it too. And bro,
it cooked.
David Slade absolutely was amazing with that movie. The cinematography was fantastic. What I feel like was what I loved the most about it, though, is you know how we give hell to these creators sometimes when we get these kills that we don't get to see and stuff like that. There was moments where you get that in this movie, but what he did a great job of doing was showing, he didn't show the actual kill, but he showed the bloodbath that ensued.
Yeah.
And it was just like so fucking fantastic. Yes. And in all honesty, like we talk about inspirations, you can tell that movie was inspired to a degree by Pumpkinhead. But what I liked about this movie is that it had a town element to it in regards to a town secret as to what is happening. So there's more people involved than meets the eye that gets revealed later on. But just everything about it, the aura of the movie, the ambiance, it had that small town, eerie, kind of Children of the Corn-esque type feel to it. Yep. It had a nice blend of everything. But that cinematography, like you talk about beautiful midnight blue lighting that we see in like Halloween and movies like that. Mm-hmm. This is one of those ones that really come close to that lighting in the original Halloween. Like, man, you talk about him cooking with that, bro. He cooked a whole fucking buffet. Yeah. Like, he laid out the collard greens. He had the fucking asparagus. He had everything, bro. Like everything that you would want.
Beans, potatoes, tomatoes, hams, yams, name it.
Yes. Everything that you could want in a modern horror movie in regards to getting different while also kind of paying homage to previous movies that we've seen. It checked every box. Like I cannot wait to revisit this movie. Like I said, even if the 2-year anniversary already passed, this October, we're going to be watching it on my channel.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a Halloween type of feel movie, man. It's got that fall flavor. It was a book, too, I think. And it's kind of like The Outsiders meets Pumpkinhead meets The Hunger Games a little bit. It's just a wild concept, but it works. And the way it's made, it definitely works. It's just, it's so good. It's such a good movie. And definitely we got to rewatch that movie.
And that's another movie that has a great twist at the end.
It does, man.
That has a great twist at the end that I will say sets up for a potential sequel in a way you might not expect. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I wonder if there was a sequel book. I don't know. I have to look that up. But if not, they could still go on with their own thing. But one movie I do want to maybe like when we do watch that on the channels around October, which that's knocking on our door, man. We're about to go into September and we're going to be there before you know it. If we do this, I do want to rewatch Pumpkinhead. or the
Yes.
first couple or something like that. I can't remember a thing from the first Pumpkinhead movie, and I've always wanted to rewatch that, and I always say I'm going to wait till October, and I never get around to watching it. So this year, definitely going to rewatch it. But
Yes.
King Matt said Hush from 2016. That was on Netflix. That was a really good one. Have you ever seen Hush? It was like, I think it was Mike Flanagan before he did The Haunting of Hill House and all that. Yeah, dude, Hush is a good. You've never seen Hush?
No.
Where the girl is like, she's is she deaf? I think she's deaf, and there's a killer outside the house. Yeah, dude, it's really cool. Dude, you haven't seen Hush?
No.
Oh, Hush.
That was perfect timing. That was perfect.
No, dude, Hush is so good, man. Like it's so, dude, you dig it. You would dig it. I thought most people saw it because it was even though it's underrated, it was pretty big on Netflix, and I heard a lot of people talking about it, but it's really well made. And Mike Flanagan uses his wife in a lot of his stuff. So she's like the main actress in it. And it's like, because she can't hear, somebody's like getting attacked and runs up to her house, like trying to get in. And the killer's like coming up to that person, and she can't even hear him. Dude, it's good, dude. It's really good.
Yeah, I won't watch it now.
Oh yeah, dude, you'd like Hush. I didn't know you haven't seen that, man. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Good pick, King. Hell yeah. All right. Another one that I think that is an underrated. There's so many, and I have so many on this list and to pick from, but I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with this one movie that doesn't get enough talked about. It's kind of a suspense, but it does have some horror elements. But it's such a well-made movie, and it's called The Gift. It's called The Gift, and it's got Cate Blanchett, it's got Katie Holmes, it's got Greg Kinnear, it's got not Val Kilmer, Keanu Reeves. It's got who else? It's got an all-star cast, man. And it's about somebody gets killed, I'm not gonna say who, in the town, and they have to turn to like the psychic of the town to help solve this murder mystery. And it goes in some dark places. Is it horror? It has some ghostly elements to it, and I feel like there's a couple of scenes that really take a horror route. So I'm cheating a little bit with this one, but it's there. If we can put a ghost movie in here, I feel like this is one of the better ghost movies in my opinion. It's got a good twist and whodunit element, and what's his name? Giovanni Ribisi gives a phenomenal performance. He's like the special kid. Remember?
Okay.
Like, have you seen The Gift?
Yes. It's been a while, but I remember it. It had so many great actors in it, especially when you said, I was thinking for a second because there's titles similar to it. But once you said Keanu Reeves, I'm like, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves is like a redneck asshole, like wife beater or whatever. It's just a crazy set of characters. Oh, Hilary Swank is in it too. I mean, damn. I didn't know who wasn't in it, and it did not get the recognition that it deserved. Like I don't know what happened to it. And if you watch it, I think it was written and produced by Billy Bob Thornton. Like if you watch those opening credits, and is it directed by Sam Raimi, or Sam Raimi had something to do with it? So it's Sam Raimi on it as well. So, dude, it's just a good ass. The Gift. There's another movie called The Gift. It ain't that one. It's this one. I think there's another movie with what's his name from Ozark, The Gift, which that's a pretty good movie too, but completely different. But yeah, The Gift is super awesome. I want to rewatch that.
Hell yeah. I think for my next one, I'm gonna go with John Carpenter's Vampires. John Carpenter's rewatch. Yes, when you talk about like especially vampire movies, to me that doesn't get enough credit. Like everything was great. With you had James Woods in it, you had Cheryl Lee, you had Alec Baldwin was in that movie as well, and stuff. And I just feel like it was such a cool vampire. Like it had a certain coolness to it. You know what I mean? Like
Stephen Baldwin.
It wasn't Steven? I thought it was Alec.
No, it's Stephen. I think it's Stephen Baldwin. Yeah.
It is Steven?
Yeah. I think it's Stephen Baldwin, the guy from Biodome.
It might be. Either way, one of the fucking Baldwins is in that movie. And so, but it was just so well done. I feel like it really captured, like how we always talk about with vampire movies, it can be hit or miss because some of them really like kind of go in that dark tone Transylvania type route. But then there's some that kind of like go in a different direction. This one kind of had this like rebel yell feel to it. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And plus, it had a great twist in regards to the church and everything. And it was just a fun time, man. Just such a fun time. And when the action did picked up, it was brutal, you know, and stuff. And I personally think that Malik, the lead vampire in that movie, is one of the most underappreciated horror movie villains / vampire villains we've seen. Like, I forget who plays him, but he does a great job in that movie. And he just, the look, everything of him, the voice, everything was great in that movie, in my opinion. And it had some great dark humor moments. You know what I mean? Yeah. That you don't see in a lot of horror, in a lot of vampire movies. You usually don't get, you know, dark humor, funny, you know, kind of over the top, some sexual innuendo type of jokes in those type of movies. So it was definitely, in my opinion, it was a nice change of pace for a vampire movie compared to what we were getting in regards to like Bram Stoker's Dracula and stuff that was more, like I said, more set in the ancient times, more kind of that old school Dracula feel. This one kind of was like, it felt like the 90s. It felt like a 90s vampire movie. Kind of like a Dusk Till Dawn. How Dusk Till Dawn had that rebel yell feel to it. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what Vampires was to me. It just didn't get enough credit, and I don't understand why. Because to me, it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was good. It's another movie I need to like rewatch again. I always remember the trailer to that movie. With what is it? Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson. Okay.
The song going on while the vampire action is going. I was, man, that hooked me. I was like, all right, I'm going to see this movie. So yeah, I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. I think Bon Jovi did the sequel.
Yes.
I didn't watch it. He was better in Crown Wolf.
I'm a fan of Bon Jovi, let me tell you. And I was just, when I saw it, they did what a lot of other movies that was a kind of a hit like that maybe the studio didn't want to do another sequel to. They just said, okay, we'll do another sequel. We're going to put it straight to DVD, and there's going to be no love behind it. There's going to be really no care. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And it sucks because I like Bon Jovi, and I don't think for a musician, I don't think he's actually a bad actor and stuff like that. So it just sucks that they couldn't have done better by that sequel.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but there were so many times I picked it up and I was like, found something else. I was like, no, something just tells me I'm not gonna enjoy this one. Just, I don't know what it was. I just felt like I was like, this ain't gonna hit like I think it's gonna hit. So sometimes you just got that intuition, you know.
Right.
But yeah. Okay. So this is a movie that I've been wanting you to watch, and we're gonna get to it. And it's more of a horror comedy, but it's definitely got a lot of horror elements to it. But it is The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox. Dude, this is a bonkers movie, dude. It's so much fun. Definitely a lot of horror elements to it. You think of like Final Destination with like death coming after you. Well, you actually see death in this one floating around and going after people, but only Michael J. Fox can see it. Everyone else thinks that he's like a killer or something because he keeps showing up at these like deaths, at these like crime scenes of people dying, but he's trying to save that person. But what he can see is like a number on your forehead, and he could see death coming for you, like you're the next one to get killed, and he's trying to intervene. And it's kind of got, he could also see other ghosts too, not just death. And it's kind of got a Ghostbusters feel to it, but like darker. So yeah, dude, Frighteners. It's what is it? Zemeckis. What's his name? Who did Back to the Future?
Robert Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis, man. So it's got really good special effects, good score. It's even got a good twist to it. And it's one of those movies that it's kind of long, and where it goes, like the climax, it gets pretty damn dark. It's got that guy from Jeffrey, what's his name from Animator? Reanimator.
Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey Rush. Is that the guy that was in I Still Never Get
Jeffrey
Last Summer?
Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs is like this like quirky like detective dude, and he's weird, but it's so funny, dude. I can't wait till this is one of those movies we're going to have to do like a Night Owls late night movie and just throw some popcorn and just have a good time and watch it, dude. I want to see your reaction to it, and I want to rewatch it, dude. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. A lot of laughs. Oh, what's his name? Arlie, the guy from
Arlie Irving.
Yeah, he's in it. He's like this ghost that's like in a graveyard, and he's playing a drill sergeant. He's like, "Get your ass back in your coffin, son. Don't be getting out." Like it's funny. It's just like, dude, it's just it's like Ghostbusters, but the rated R version of it or something. That's the way that's the feel I get with it. So, and I think it's like one of Michael J. Fox's last movies. So it's a fun one. It doesn't get enough love. It should have been a bigger hit. So,
oh yeah, man, I definitely want to check that out because it sounds like a lot of fun. And Michael J. Fox, you know, oh wow, he's in it too.
Jay Busey's in it. Yep.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, we got
a lot of familiar faces.
It sounds like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're definitely going to watch that. I know we're going to be wrapping up here soon, so if you want to give like a couple more or whatever, but I do have my ultimate one underrated movie. So that's one thing that I did have on this that I was like, I got to give this one to that. So, but what else you got? And then we'll be going over to your channel watching Friday the 13th. To me, and this is just to me, you know what I mean? I know some people, I know it has kind of grown a cult following over the last few years since it came out, but Unfriended. Okay, yeah.
Unfucking friended, bro. Like, you talk about, especially for like the era that we were heading into, like the era that we're in now, because that movie came out in 2014. It was ahead of its time. You know what I mean? In regards to how a lot of us, you know, communicate, you know, basically through live streaming, computers, and all that. But I love the story behind it. I love how there was a supernatural element to it, but you don't see it up until the end, you know, and stuff. And I like the fact that we actually get to see something, because sometimes supernatural movies, you don't get to see anything. You don't get to see the entity. But then some supernatural movies, you see the entity too much, you know, and stuff. This to me was perfect with how they did that and stuff. And plus, you know, like basically like turning the friend group against each other, revealing their biggest secrets and shit like that. It's just like, damn, like it was entertaining. It kept you invested, and the fucking kills were brutal, man. Like, homie starts slamming his head against, you know, the damn desk and shit like that. And you see his shit split open or whatever. And fucking the one girl, the girl just staring at the computer, and it's like, all right, like, you know, what is she froze or whatever? You just see her whip, and then it's just like you hear I love this scene where you hear the cops coming through the background or whatever, and they're just like, holy shit, like this is actually real, like you know what I mean, and stuff like that. I felt like, especially in regards to like some of the newer movies that have come out over the last decade, that was fresh. It was well needed. Because at that point, especially for supernatural, I'm about to say, and you can thank The Conjuring, because The Conjuring came out a year before. So that's when we were starting to really get back into that supernatural craze again. You know, Paranormal Activity had its run, then it started to get dry. Then The Conjuring came around. and stuff, and they were just in the middle of, you know, just getting that kick started. Then we have Unfriended, and it's just, it has this kind of like hip feel to it, like a Scream does and stuff like that, in regards to following a friend group that is like seniors in high school or maybe early college years, that type of age group and stuff like that. And I love the fact that everything is done, shot on one screen through the computers, just through all of their lenses.
Yeah.
And shit. Like, it's just, to me at that time, especially, it was just very unique and stuff like that. And I'm not going to lie, especially now as a content creator myself, you know what I mean, and stuff, shit out here, it can be fucking kind of scary for us. And I thought that that was a very unique, take in regards to the cyber aspect of the internet and friends and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah. It definitely was, man. I need to rewatch Unfriended. Whenever you said that, I always go back to this one movie also that I only saw once, and I think it's only like an hour and 15 minutes long. So very short, but very effective. But it's called Host, or The Host, where it's like they're all live streaming and stuff. And the way they show that entity near the end, like, creeped me the fuck out, man. Like, I thought it was just a really cool effect. Did you see that one, The Host?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I just thought it was just kind of like a quick little, fun little movie.
Yep.
But yeah, and King Matt, this is also a good one. Sorority Row from 2009. Yep. That's definitely a good underrated movie.
Yes, I love the killer's weapon in that movie.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was really, really good, unique stuff. All right, I'm going to give one more, and then I'm going to give my ultimate one. So if you want to do that, I'm just going to give like two here, and then you give your ultimate one. Well, no, I'm going to give my one. You give your one, and then I'm going to give my ultimate one. Or, you know, and you can give your ultimate one.
Okay.
So one movie that I have been eager to rewatch, and for quite some time now. I don't know if you've seen this one or not, but Frailty.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yep, and Bill Paxton.
Yes.
That's a good movie, man. That is a really it's got a good twist. I mean, the God's Hand Killer, seeing the demons. Is the demons real, or is this guy, you know, just crazy and just a murderer? You know, just really, really cool, unique, lower budget, but you know, it was good. It was really well made. Really well made. Frailty is such a good movie, man. It's got that, it's kind of got a Stephen King feel to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love it, man. Frailty is just so good. You haven't
it
seen
has
Frailty,
darkness to it.
It's got darkness to it, man. Even like how it ends, man. Even, dude, it's just so good. It's so good. And I'm a picky. I can't talk. It's like my brain's like ahead of me or something. Another movie now, I just thought about it, and it's not on my list, and I gotta bring this up, and I want to rewatch it again. But I kind of like the way Frailty ends. Always kind of reminded me of this movie, because I guess maybe because it ends in kind of like a, I can't remember if it's a graveyard or digging a hole scene or whatever. But Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks with Kevin Costner and Dane Cook.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Mr. Brooks was good.
Man, that movie is fucking awesome, dude. It is way better than it should have been, man. And with the star power in it, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. I love Mr. Brooks. So I kind of cheated there. I threw in two. So if you want to do the same, go ahead. And then I'm going to give my ultimate one.
Oh, no, you're good, buddy. I'm going to give my ultimate one now. And this actually might shock a lot of people, because I think some people kind of put it in more of the, I want to say, I don't blame you if you kind of put it in somewhat of the action category or whatnot, but I see it as a mixture of horror, slasher, science fiction with a little bit of action. But for me, it is Silent Rage with Chuck Norris. Silent Rage. Yes. Don't get it fucked up, bro. Don't get it fucked up. This movie, it has a little bit of everything. It's old school. I think I want to say it came out in either 80 or between 1980 and 1984. In between those years and stuff. But the reason why I consider it horror is because it does have horror elements. The killer uses like an axe and other methods to kill people. There is a serial killer involved and stuff like that. But there also is a science fiction element to it. And I'm going to put it to you this way. And I think I've mentioned this to you before, but I'll mention it again. To me, Silent Rage and the killer of John Kirby, because you're going to find out in the opening scene who the killer is. It's one of those where we kind of follow the killer, but in a different and somewhat unique way. But to me, John Kirby is the maskless version of Michael Myers.
Okay.
Literally to a T. You have the doctor element in it. It's Chuck Norris, Ron Silver, and there's a couple other actors that were kind of high profile back in the day, but those two were like the two main like high profile ones, because Ron Silver was like a known actor back in the day and stuff like that. But Ron Silver was like the psychiatrist. He was the Loomis.
Yeah.
But you had this other psychiatrist who was working with Ron Silver's character, who you could kind of feel like was kind of like the Dr. Wynn.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And
yeah,
like, bro, just everything about it, in my opinion, had a little bit of everything. You had a cool bar fight. You got to see some karate shit from Chuck Norris, no doubt. But this movie, in my opinion, was more like a kind of, if Halloween, take out the Halloween elements in Halloween and make it more science fiction to a degree, like experimental in regards to Michael Myers' character and how he lives and how he's able to sustain so much punishment, like death-defying punishment. This is the science fiction version of Halloween, in my opinion, and stuff like that. And bro, that's another movie that I'm planning to do here soon, that I'm not going to watch it until you watch it with me, because you got to watch it, bro. It's very, very fucking good. And the ending, it just makes me so mad. First off, the score is great too, especially in the final act in the fight scene. But the ending leaves the door open for another one that they never did. And it always disappointed me because I wanted another one. Because that one was so good, in my opinion, and stuff. So definitely Silent fucking Rage with Chuck Norris. To me, it's in the horror category because we are following a serial killer as well as Chuck Norris's. He's the sheriff of the town.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that. So we're following a serial killer, and obviously Chuck Norris is this small town sheriff who's trying to stop him. But there's other aspects that go into it.
Okay. Dude, I'm intrigued, man. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. And I like Chuck Norris. So, yeah, dude.
Like, nice. Bro, I can't wait for you to watch it. I think you're really going to fuck with it, bro.
All right. Hell yeah, dude. I can't wait. Just let me know. Let me know, and I'm down for it. Okay. We are an hour over this, so I'm going to give my ultimate one. If you want to give your ultimate one after me, we can do that. Or was that your ultimate one? Yeah,
that was my ultimate right there.
Oh, okay. All right. I got so much more on my list, but we can always do a part 2 of this. But I have to say, my most ultimate underrated horror movie of all time, and it just is, and it just deserves more love, and it was ahead of its time, and it just even at a young age, I snuck into the movie to go see this movie. And even at a very young age, it just captivated me. It's like I understood it. I felt it. Like it just... the movie is none other than Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Wes Craven's New Nightmare is just one of those... It's like one of the best, if not the best, of the franchise. It's just on another level. There's layers to this movie. It's so well the way it is. Like people... It was kind of Scream before Scream was a little bit. Just, when the way the story kind of structured with it being meta and everything, it was just a really, really well thought out movie. And I think it just was ahead of its time, where people just couldn't comprehend it or something. Like they didn't get it. They were like, what is this? Isn't like a real Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, what is this?
Right.
And I loved it. It was like a Freddy film for Freddy fans, and I dug it, man. I ate it all up, and man, I think I saw it I snuck into the theater to see it a couple times, and it's one of the scariest Freddys, if you want to call him that, that we've had on screen. In my opinion, I even thought there was something that they did with his voice, even that new glove, some of his lines. Man, I'm like, dude, this Freddy
made him darker.
They made him scary in this. They made him when he rises up and his wide eyes like this is just so freaking evil. I'm just like, dude, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. That's that creepy shit, man.
Yep.
And man, it just worked, dude. It just fucking worked. And it just did not get it still to this day doesn't get enough love. More people have grown to it, but it still just doesn't get enough love, man. That's got to be one of the most ultimate underrated horror movies of all time. And it's from a big franchise.
No,
So,
I agree with you 1000%. And I don't blame you for making that your ultimate and stuff, because it's definitely up there for me. That's my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street sequel. You know what I mean?
think so
Stuff
too.
like that, just the whole look, the trench coat version of Freddy. He looks bigger. He looks intimidating. Like you said, the main thing, they made him scary again. Less funny, and more on the darkness of the character and the intimidation and stuff like that. To me, that's the most intimidating he's been in the entire franchise. Like, that's something that's scary in that movie. Like, especially like you said, when he rises up behind the babysitter in the hospital and his eyes are widening. And what makes it so great is because it's zoomed in and he looks fucking huge. He looks like he's a 7-foot giant.
Right.
You know what I mean? And shit like that. Like,
and Robert Englund is not.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And stuff like, I know he's not like a tall guy and stuff like that. Like, per se, like he's not like a towering figure. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So just moments like that in that movie, they really captured the feel of making Freddy scary again. It's amazing. I absolutely love that fucking movie.
Yeah, I do too, man. That's got to be like my ultimate. Like, I was going through the list and I was like, man, this is one of those movies that just, it is known, but it still just doesn't get the love. It still doesn't. It never reached the hype that it should have. And there's probably a lot of people that probably haven't checked it out. So yeah, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I mean, I hate to even say it. Like, I love A Nightmare on Elm Street. I love it. But man, like, it's neck and neck, man. New Nightmare was just it. It was just it, man. It knew what horror was. Wes Craven was on another level with that one. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And there's so many more on my list, and we could go all night, but we do have to get going. We're over our mark of an hour, and we are going to be going over to your channel. Do you want to let me know real quick before we head over there?
Yep. So at 10:45 Eastern time, we are going to be going over to my channel to do a watch party for Friday the 13th Part 7, New Blood. And this is also a birthday gift to our very own, the hashtag General Val. So guys, head over there now, drop a like and leave a comment, come hang out with us, and let's enjoy some Jason. Let's enjoy some Friday the 13th, some Camp Blood. It's got a death curse. Come on, guys, let's go.
Sounds like a plan, man. So I'll be there. So as soon as I'll see you backstage. Everybody, we love your faces. Thank you for being a part of this new episode of Horror Hooligans. Thank you for being patient with us being off for a couple of weeks, but we are back and we're going to try to keep this train rolling. So yes, thank you for everybody that showed up. If you're watching this in replay mode, please hit that like button and hang out, become a horror hooligan, and just be a part of the community. But we love your faces. We'll see y'all later, or we'll see you another time. Val, we better see you over there, gal. All right? So, peace out. I think I hit. Did it work? No, it did not work.